Can young athletes train their mindset through the use of mental training? The answer is absolutely. And in this video, you're going to learn what mental training involves, the benefits of mental training for young athletes, and a simple way that you can get your child started with training their mindset. Hey there. I'm Eli Straw, mental performance coach and the founder of SuccessStartsWithin.com. Mental training, whether for older athletes or younger athletes, involves using sports psychology tools and techniques to train and develop mental skills. I always like to compare mental training to physical training because the same core principles are going to apply. There is a skill that needs to be improved, a plan created to facilitate improvement, and then action is taken. For example, if you have a young baseball player who wants to improve his hitting, how would this take place? Either on your own or with a coach, you would work with him on figuring out what parts of his swing need to be improved. Then you would choose the drills that would help improve those specific skills. After that, he would work on the drills either on his own or during coaching sessions. Now, just like the young baseball player improving his swing, any young athlete can use the same principles of training to improve their mindset. The only difference is the skills we're working on and the tools chosen to improve the skill. Here are a few of the main mental skills that young athletes can work on within mental training. We have confidence, focus, handling pressure, calming their nerves, resilience, so bouncing back from mistakes, leadership, positive self-talk, motivation, and enjoyment. There's a reason so many people say success in sports is mental. A strong mindset will allow your child to perform at their highest level and have fun doing so. When there is an absence of mental skills, mental blocks form. These are the main reasons why your young athlete may play better in practices than games. So as they get to work on training their mind, many benefits are going to be experienced, with 4 of the main ones being increased confidence, the ability to manage mistakes, having more fun, and mental toughness. So let's first talk about increased self-confidence. Building confidence in young athletes is critical to their mental health and their performance level on the field or court. When self-doubt consumes their mind, it can take all the fun out of the game for them, not to mention the fact that they'll hold themselves back due to fear of failure. A perfect example of this is a young basketball player I worked with who played timidly due to fear. By building his confidence, he was finally able to play more aggressively in the way that he knew how. The next benefit is managing mistakes, because in sports, there is no avoiding mistakes, right? There is only learning how to deal with them in a more positive and productive way. But what happens when mistakes are responded to in a negative way? For instance, the young athlete gets upset and loses their composure. Well, not only is this going to increase their chances of making more mistakes, but it will also lead to self-doubt and many negative forms of thinking. Through mental training, your young athlete will build the skill of managing mistakes in a more positive and productive way. The third benefit is increased enjoyment. Now, having fun at the most basic level is the reason kids should play sports. Key word being should. A lot of times this idea of having fun is lost when the expectations increase. But as expectations rise and pressure increases, if they lose sight of enjoying themselves, the young athlete's performance level is significantly going to drop and they run a greater risk of burning out within their sport. With mental training, your child will learn how to manage the factors that lower enjoyment and learn the skill of focusing on what they love about the game. Put simply, they're going to learn how to have more fun while playing. And then the fourth benefit is stronger mental toughness. As a mental coach, I see mental toughness as the culmination of mental skills. Just like a strong body is made up of many muscles, a strong mind is made up of many mental muscles. As mental skills are developed, mental muscles form, and the young athlete becomes more and more mentally tough. With mental toughness being such a sought-after skill within sports, the earlier your kid can develop a strong mind, the greater their chances are of competing at a high level. And so now let's talk about a simple way that you can get your kids started with mental training. In a second, I'm going to talk about a more in-depth approach to mental training for kids. But what if right now you just want a very simple way that you can introduce them to the idea? If that's the case, then I suggest choosing one of the following mental training tools and teaching it to your child. We have self-talk, and this is going to involve reframing the way that they speak to themselves. And so what you can do is get them to create a list of positive statements that they can repeat every single day. And this is a great tool for building confidence. And so I've linked in the description below to a video that goes into more detail on practicing positive self-talk as an athlete. And for the remainder of the tools that I'm going to talk about, I've also linked to videos that go into more detail on how to use them as well. The next training tool is mindfulness. Training focus along with calming their mind, which does wonders for nervous athletes, can be accomplished with mindfulness. What you can do is have your child sit down, close their eyes, and take a few deep breaths. Then tell them to focus on their breathing. And whenever they start to think about something else, to simply bring their attention back to their breath. Simply start with about 2 to 3 minutes a day. And then the third tool is visualization. Building confidence, managing mistakes, enjoying themselves more. All of these skills can be improved with visualization. What you can do is have your young athlete close their eyes and imagine themselves performing. Have them see themselves play really well and feel confident and successful as they do. And once again, in the description below, I've linked other videos that go into more detail on using each one of those mental training tools. Now, if you are interested in a more in-depth approach to mental training for your young athlete, there are 2 resources that I have available. The first is the Mentally Tough Kid. Now, this is a self-paced online course where your child will learn how to increase their confidence, how to manage mistakes, improve focus, calm their nerves before a game, set strong goals, and have more fun while playing. So go ahead and click the link that I put in the description below to learn more about the Mentally Tough Kid course. And then the second resource is one-on-one mental performance coaching. With mental coaching, I will work directly with your young athlete via 50-minute coaching sessions each week. These are virtual sessions, so you can have access to this coaching wherever you are in the world. I will start them off with a mental game assessment, after which I will create a custom mental game plan. And so to learn more about mental coaching for your child, go ahead and click the link that I put in the description below.